Siema, strony Polski Gracz. Widzimy się po raz ponowny w Andromedzie i ewakuujemy się z tej planety na Tempseta. Szczerze, nie mam za bardzo chęci tutaj do działania na tej planecie. Ją się kiedy indziej tam odwiedzi i podziała się. Teraz trochę podciśnijmy za fabułką. No bo ile można te poboczniaczki robić, prawda? Więc no. Dobra. Sobie lecimy. Zebranie.
What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing news while we were on Kadara. There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladin. It's bad.
Tension among Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No. Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jall's right.
I know dealing with so many unknowns is frustrating, but we need to hear each other out.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No, that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Remav? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladin's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Crap. No one fights harder than people with nothing to lose.
But now that we have the transponder, we're so close to finding the location of Archon's ship.
I'm with you. I can't wait to find the Archon's ship, and then hopefully, Meridian. Anyway, get Callow the nav points for both Eladin and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go. Hey, I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned. As you were.
Trochę słabo chyba poszło Ryderowi.
Yay.
Dobra.
Are you sure about that, Lexi? We don't know how long we're going to need the rations to last.
Kadara Port's pretty grisly. And now we're going after the Archon's ship? Sure, that's a good idea.
In the absence of any others, it's an excellent one.
Guess I can't argue with that. Anything else to go over?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
To lecimy, prawda?
At your terminal, Pathfinder.
So, hello. Who's that woman?
Ciekawe. Ja myślę, że warto na Nexusa byłoby w ogóle wrócić.
What? Oh,
Do Wetry miałem chyba. Najpierw do Gila podejdę.
Gil, here's that cat transponder. The spot...
What do we need from it?
The location it points to.
Right.
It's not like there's much riding on this. Just our best chance to find Meridian.
Pressure. I like that. Luckily, no matter where you go in the universe, only so many ways of communicating. There. Give it a shot.
Did you connect the...
Shit, turn it off. Careful. That is a direct line to people who want to murder everyone on this ship.
Okej.
Sam?
I have the coordinates. The signal points to the Tafino system.
We sure we want to do this?
I know we're still getting our feet wet.
I knew running off to Andromeda would be dangerous, but shit. This is dangerous.
Only if we die.
Jeśli przeżyjesz, to okazuje się, że to nie było tak niebezpieczne. Ale tylko jeśli przeżyjesz. Tak, dobra. Korra, coś tu masz do powiedzenia?
Pirates, exiled, and Sloan. Anything you needed?
No, żegnaj się z nią.
Crumbs on the deck.
You found them too? I think something's eating our stores.
As if any of your meals passed the bucket test. Picture your favorite food. Now picture it in a bucket beside a barn. Would you still eat it?
All humans try to ruin everything. Or just you.
Okruszki.
Oh, Ryder.
Who's your friend?
An exalted cat. I called Jarl to... Jarl? There's nothing Angar...
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain.
There must be a way to fix them.
No,
We need
nie
to be
wiem.
prepared that there might not be.
Jarl, remember what we took...
That we should examine. Excuse me.
No, przykro mi, Joel.
Grief is never easy. But Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent.
Hope is good.
I appreciate your support.
No,
Jarl
Lexi
is
ma
part of
pełną
this
rację
crew.
tutaj.
His welfare is my responsibility.
And you're taking good care of him. There is...
My hands actually shook. See this bone-like armor? It feels as...
I'll take your word for it.
I should prob...
Read the mission briefs. This isn't good, Ryder. The Archon's dangerous. I've seen people like him.
We'll figure him out.
Pride will get us all. From where I stand, the Archon thinks he knows. That exaltation the cat did.
He can do that to us.
Someone like him you take out fast and hard. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun.
Ofiary są
I
nieuniknione.
hope it doesn't come to that. But
If he has his way, there won't. You don't mess around with this kind of thing.
Another galaxy in the... When I was on security duty at the relay, we trained the colonists and they started fighting back.
The Angara, but the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
No nas się nie
We're the
spodziewał.
new variable here. He can't predict what...
That is an advantage, Solok. You keep thinking about how you... Yep, so when we take him down,
Dobra. To z samym pogadajmy.
Pathfinder,
What did you find?
updating.
Dobra, tylko gdzie jest... Wetra? Nie mam pojęcia czemu, ale jej coś tu nigdzie nie widzę, a to mnie dość niepokoi. No dobra, no nic. My lecimy.
Now orbiting Kadara.
O Jezu, na pewno... Dobra, znowuż lądujemy. Tylko tym razem w tych górnych sferach sobie wylądujemy. Zobaczymy, cóż tam się wydarzy takiego. Jest wetra, dobra. Od razu do niej bym podszedł.
It's a win-win situation.
Don't believe in those. Take it this
It's
hell of a shit. Colt dog. Sloan said to make sure no one...
awfully...
Uncharacteristically so. You must be important.
Does...
Since Kadara is one of the few... Got Angara and exiles from all over Helios.
Dobra, nie ma co jakichś głupich pytań mu zadawać. Zobaczmy wetrę.
You okay?
None of your business, Enard.
Whoa!
Your kind never just...
Living under Sloan, I can see...
You do look different.
So what's trouble?
My sister, Morga, works the pipes. But she's been missing for 3 days.
Is Morgus...
It can be. Kadara's... But no one knows Kadara's filtration system like...
I'll...
Thank you.
Pathfinder, we could use the grates to scan the pipes at a safe distance.
O Jezu. Czy mi się chce tu być szczerze? Szczerze, nie chcę już być na tej planecie. Wybrałbym się gdzie indziej. Jednak. Myślałem, że coś tu się wydarzy, ale... Myliłem się, mam prawo się mylić. No, mam prawo się mylić. Tutaj... Każdy jest. Nikt jest nieomylny. O, tak to lepiej można sformułować w drugim kierunku, a nie tak. Dobra, więc sobie lecimy.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Pyk. Polowanie na Archonta, nowy świat, bla bla bla, Laden, Haverl i Nexus. Zobaczmy, cóż tam takiego mamy. Zobaczmy, bo w teorii w tym po lewej stronie na tym paseczku powinno się pokazywać dostępne misje. Faktycznie się pokazują. To dobrze. Dawno na Nexusie nie byliśmy, a wiadomo, że co jakiś czas w tych jedynkach, dwójkach, trójkach trzeba było odwiedzać Cytadelę, więc Nexusa też myślę, że warto jest odwiedzić, prawda? Myślę, że nikomu na złoto nie wyjdzie, że po raz ponowny pojawimy się w stolicy naszej cywilizacji, że tak to imię, przynajmniej w Andromedzie, bo wiadomo, że naszą stolicą jest Ziemia oraz poniekąd także Cytadela.
Pathfinder, this is Captain Dunn. There's a situation I could use your assistance with. I'd rather not discuss it over open channels. Please come see me on the Hyperion Bridge as soon as you can.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
I guess you'd ask about the Angara.
That's not... This is about... I need to finish this. So, the Angara, your thoughts on the alliance?
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing...
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
Chorety, co tu powiedzieć, no... Dobra, możemy tak powiedzieć.
Angara say yes.
I wonder who gets to make that call. The Angara don't have much of a government. Look, camera off. I feel like you want to get closer to me than an interview.
I think I might. What about you?
I want... this isn't right. It's not ethical to date an interview subject. But once the documentary's done, we could get to know each other better.
I could be spoken for by then.
I wouldn't interfere with your life. What happens with me stays with me. But if you want to share your heart, I'd like that. Once the documentary's finished.
No dobra.
Then I'll be patient. It'll be something to look forward to.
Thank you. Just a couple more interviews and let's see what happens. Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is
Ciekawe.
Pathfinder Ryder, a work
No, kierowniczku. Kierowniku.
Important stuff. Rations, tools, power. Someone stealing and storing. If you could keep an eye out for suspicious or
I'll see what I...
Great. Stolen supplies.
Nie ma, bratku, problemu. Kto mnie kurna tu wołał?
And we're happy to help your guards secure their...
I prefer them armed for now. You understand?
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the...
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
Welcome, Ambassador. The Angara's first
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder.
Okej.
So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So,
Trochę za bardzo mają fioła na tym punkcie.
Precautions.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshae says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
We don't expect you to enter this alliance blindly, Ambassador. Everything we say, you can check.
You'd be that open with us?
We have nothing to hide.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa Sek Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
No i fajnie poszło. Rozmowa z ambasadorem się udała, a my... Gdzie my jesteśmy, tak właściwie? A, tutaj. Co tu się kurna dzieje?
That's your new galaxy. Making speeches about some...
And it's all thanks...
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our family.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list. Like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
We only had resources for one outpost, so I...
And what we need is our...
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want...
You do stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revive...
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
Okay.
14 months of promises.
We tried petitioning Addison.
Start with Kandros. He said those 10... Make them...
O Boże.
Here. Make them know. Make them lead or make them go.
These are stolen supplies. I'll alert the dock manager.
Tutaj gładziej poszło. Panie kierowniku. Znowuż tam coś jest. Ambasador znów coś chce.
Interesting place, isn't it? Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Though in these times you... But names. I know you.
A Hescarl?
Centuries ago, Hescarl were special forces. We defended... I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program. An N7.
Tak.
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that. Didn't stop him teaching me and my sister.
So, you carry a little... N7 training would benefit my people. Hescal, show me how your skills handle the tests of a Hescal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me. Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test.
O, dobra. ciekawie się robi. Dobra, pokład mieszkalny.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Another cache of stolen supplies, alerting the dog manager.
Tu coś jest, czy... Jak chyba rozumiem... Nie, jest coś. Dan. Kapitan Dan.
Sorry to call you in.
Talk to me.
Short version. One of Harry's med techs. Turns out this relative has a rare illness. Not contagious yet, but in the later stages.
Does Tan know about...
What? No, absolutely not. This gets out, we'll have a station. Besides, this is a Hyperion matter. My responsibility.
That makes it mine too.
Thank you, Ryder. Please keep this to yourself for now.
Okay.
The only way this ends without major
Right. I'll look into it.
Good. Let's bring this under...
Porozmawiamy z tym. Debilem.
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
I have a friend who came across some of the Solarian art.
Another cache of stolen supplies, alerting the dog manager.
This is not good.
A panie doktorze.
Dunn briefed you?
High level only. Said...
Great. Well then, here we go. Before we left, my medtech Charlie helped his aunt. Yeah, she has TH314. Dead. It was dormant, but flared up when Charlie woke her. There's no cure, no vaccine. It's deadly in its final stage, and she's off-grid.
Ooh.
She's a problem.
What should I know?
Stage 1 symptoms are similar to stasis sickness. Stage 2 is marked by extreme bouts of paranoia. It becomes virulent.
Is anyone else infected?
No one so far. According to the test results, if she progresses to stage 3, Ryder, it'll be bad. It's a rare disease.
Any idea where?
Not long ago, he was assigned to an Apex unit. Charlie had no idea the virus would flare up after stage. She's his only relative. Even so, he should have known better.
Jest poważnym problemem.
We need to make sure she's brought in and no one...
I want to put her well-being above all else. Making sure TH314... This one isn't Be quick but discreet.
I only have a whole space station to search.
Could be worse. She could be...
Dr. Carlyle has granted me access to Ruth Becker's profile. The file includes her physical description.
That'll be useful. Thanks, Sam.
It's okay.
Tu coś jest, czy nie, bo tu nie pamiętam, że kiedykolwiek było. Nie, to jest takie po prostu, żebyś sobie poszedł i minutkę zmarnował na bieganiu w tą i w drugą stronę. No, tak też można. Tak też można, prawda? No prawda, prawda. Dobra, dobra, dobra. Dobra, to do doków. To do doków. Trochę musimy na Nexusie porobić tu tych zadań. Musimy powstrzymać pandemię możliwą. Że już mieliśmy kilka nieprzyjemnych sytuacji, prawda?
It's not the best quality, but we don't have many options here.
Make them here.
Interesting.
We're having cocktails.
Those look horrifying. Wow, where did you... Welcome to the vortex. Welcome to the vortex. Welcome back.
Okej, ten... No. No tak.
Shoot.
You've been to Gadara. You've seen the exiles. A lot of us worry about them. We hear it's chaos, that it's dog eat dog.
No, nie jest tak aż źle.
They have rule.
Oh, good. Despite what happened, thank you for...
Nie jest tam aż tak źle, ale to prawda, jest dość kiepsko.
You were right. If I'd done what I planned.
No to centrum operacyjne w takim razie czas odwiedzić.
I'm sorry, lad. Broken arm.
Dobra, może... Tu jest biblioteka.
Pathfinder. Wow. I'm trying to file a story.
H&M.
I had an editor. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between free...
Who pay?
Technically, H&S is an arm of the... Sometimes the higher-ups try and tell us what they're brought. It causes friction, but at least I can live with myself.
Were you a
I was. Sort of. Only had a couple internships under my belt. Good places, though. The New Star... The plan was just to work as a reporter out here. Then the uprising happened. Dan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Now all I want to do is keep going.
I met another...
Yeah, we're running Carrie's series. I'm mostly on my own, so pretty much anyone who brings... Content is king, and her
It must be...
Still.
Who's...
No journalist worth their salt will ever... Hey, it seems like your job takes you... If I send receivers to your ship, it'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
What do you need for...
I'm digging up good stories here. Our long-distance transmitter sends... I need someone to place receivers and boost our signal.
Dobra, zrobimy to.
Okay. Great.
Co nam szkodzi?
Good that you're here, Ryder. I found something. Multiple attacks by people called the Three Sabers. They're hitting out. The really weird part is they seem aware of our operations, like they're getting intel.
Ale gdzie masz dowody?
I hope you have some proof to back up that out.
No real proof. Just a pattern that shows that I've reported it and they say they'll investigate, but you're the Pathfinder. If someone's betraying the Nexus, you have to do something about it.
If they seem to know our operations, that could spell trouble. Best to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Best Pathfinder. I don't know where they hide. Maybe the Tempest scanners can...
Nie ma problemu.
Supply request is in. Half ammo today. Focus on melee. Supply request is in. Dispatching to your location.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Tracking enemy activity. Apex.
Kandros?
So that's what the Kett are up to. Transform.
Now we know why they take...
Well, they're sure as hell not taking any more.
I need to talk to you about stasis revival.
I see.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their families out of stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks, dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
No, tutaj macie rację, nie można.
We only just got on our feet. Plus, it messes up the schedule again. What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must. If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
No, przerwij protest.
Bigger picture. Get them out of there.
Kandros?
I'll send in a team, but it might go smoother if Ryder's there.
A good idea. Sometimes we have to give bad news. That's a...
Attention all personnel. The Angaran diplomatic team has arrived on the Nexus.
Tak, oczywiście uczynimy. Tylko tu się jeszcze rozejrzymy.
What's going on?
I'm planning a surprise for Superintendent. I hear Kadara Port is famous for hoping you can pick some up and keep it quiet.
You do know Krogan have...
What? Shit. Hope you can find...
Dobra. To było... ciekawe. To było naprawdę ciekawe. Ktoś coś? Nie? No dobra.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Wszystko do jednego punktu prowadzi.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Dobra, jeszcze tu zobaczmy.
Hello, Pathfinder.
It's just not fair. Excuse me, Pathfinder. I don't know where else.
Tell me.
He was involved with a woman who was exiled. She obsessed over him, and I'm sure she can. The powers that be don't buy it and don't care. They say most likely he went willingly.
Love can make a...
He didn't love her. The initiative has branded him a traitor. I want to clear his name. Sanjeev Clement.
I'll see what I...
I'm in your...
Guess this is your place now.
The Angara have nothing to fear from the people of the Milky Way. But do you have anything to offer? Our wisdom.
Ale jak to zrobić? Jak to zrobić? Dobre pytanie.
What is it?
Maybe they just don't understand us. Do you think...
We don't know the future.
If you have hope, I'll have hope. Thank you for your...
Dziwne. O! Jaki assassin, co?
Pathfinder,
How can I help?
my friend Jory was on Eos the first go.
They're saying the conditions are improved, that it's safe now.
You can believe the report. Going back to
See, Jory?
Thank you.
Dobra, może stąd czmychniemy, bo... A to, że coś się zrąbało. Potem sobie jeszcze na EOS polecimy, ale to chyba nie w tym odcinku. Tak, na pewno nie w tym odcinku.
Just stand down, ma'am.
Or you'll shoot me. Good luck explaining that to my grandchildren.
What happened?
She was about to disconnect the water hoses, threaten all the plants.
They're saying the leaders won't wake our families. Well, this is how far we're willing to go. Their move.
If you resort to violence, so will the leadership. And they have the militia.
We're not the enemy. Why is it so hard to push a button and help Mom?
Take it easy, kid. The Pathfinder's got a point.
I'll get help from Kadara Port if I have to. Maybe someone there will do something.
You want your mom to wake up and find you exiled? Or dead?
Reese, don't. Anything's better than that. Even the longest wait of our lives.
When our families hear about this...
They'll probably agree with the Pathfinder. You're done here. Come on.
Jest sprawa rozwiązana w dość przyjemny sposób dla nas. Handlarz bronią. Zobaczmy, czy masz cokolwiek ciekawego. Może to być ciekawa broń. Sprzedajmy złom. Teraz to kupmy. Dobra. I sprzedajmy. A nic nie sprzedamy. Oj, oj, dobra.
I don't know. Tan's pretty busy. I'd have left it alone.
Did you fill out those request forms?
Dobra, puszczamy Nexusa. W dość wesołych nastrojach, bo tu sporo zrobiliśmy przez ten czas. Sporo dobrego, sporo pozytywnego, sporo, więc jakkolwiek dobrze wpłynęło na tutejszych obywateli. Rozwiązaliśmy parę problemów, więc no.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Sabotaż, zaraza kiedy indziej. Ależ tu dużo jest tego wszystkiego. Dobra. EOS. Wolę to nagrać jeszcze w tym odcinku, bo coś się jeszcze wydarzy, jakiś dialog wyjdzie, tak czasem jest, tak miałem, że mówię, a polecę sobie tutaj, nie będę tego nagrywał i wreszcie sobie, że musiałem wczytywać save'a, bo nagle się jakiś dialog załączył, ważny i no, więc nie będę tutaj utrudniał jakoś czasowo.
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector. That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in this sector?
It's pulsing
No
an
właśnie.
initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Dlatego warto, widzicie, tutaj nagrywać wszystko.
What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Czyli warto będzie w ogóle... Przez Witkon. Dobra, to sobie... To się z nią... skontaktujemy jeszcze w tym odcinku. Ale mówiłem, widzicie, coś bym tu powiedzmy nie nagrał. Myślał sobie zwykła satelitka.
Bitcoin channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Dobra, łącz się z dyrektor.
Ryder, tell me about the satellite.
Director?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can buy... They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Pretty extreme to set up a person.
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's...
But you backed them. Like...
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources. But I also want to know what happened to her.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role?
She designed the orbital beacons. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the exiles. That was a big loss.
Why were these trackers allowed?
They're supposed to be hubs. To rapid... That's why they weren't deployed.
If this satellite is new...
That's a very good question.
She disappeared with the...
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that. But in the chaos, a lot of things... And people...
If we have to find the...
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources.
My trzeba kolejną placówkę, więc też
When's the last time you had a
założyć.
normal conversation? I'm going to do it. I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
EOS, dobra.
I've got no interest in being a guinea pig.
Dobrze, ile tu dialogów w tle
You,
jest.
sir, are uninvited from all my parties.
I dobra, no i lądujemy sobie. Dobra, wylądujmy sobie.
Tracking a remnant architect.
The one we fought ended up in orbit? Amazing.
Nie powiem, bardzo ciekawe. No kurczę, Ja coś kupiłem w końcu. Aha, to było chyba to, co kupiłem. Jestem... Ach, tak nie będę mówił. Szczęśmy se słów. Szczęśmy se słów po prostu. Dobra, badacz łotr. No i drak. Potwierdzamy i lądujemy.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
I co, spokojnie kończymy odcinek? Chyba tak, więc moi drodzy, ja wam bardzo dziękuję za ten film. Z tej strony był Polski Gracz. Trzymajcie się.